least we got that figured out. Fortunately, it said something like to bring, I don't know, it was acting weird. I don't like using StreamYard. If I was to use a third person service like StreamYard, it'd be a little bit easier to bring people on. That's probably the main thing is because I'm trying to do it directly through YouTube instead of StreamYard. And yeah, I'm not gonna switch over to StreamYard. But anyways, I almost wonder if this is too much light up there. Hold on. Now it's not enough. I got an idea. Of course, now you can see the glare off my glasses that I have the TV on, but I'm actually going to put the stream on the TV so I can see the comments better at least. Make sure the volume is down. Okay. Looks like that's a little bit of a delay, but we're okay though. All right. That'll work, I guess. You can't hardly see the backlights back there, but you don't need them anyways. We're fine. All right. So, hope everybody's having a great weekend so far. And really, we're just going to talk a little bit. You got a couple new figures. I did make a video for the Leonardo. Don't know if I made a video when I got to Michelangelo. Maybe there's just pictures, maybe a short. But yeah, we're just going to enjoy a lime garage beer and talk about some toys. I messed around so long trying to get the stream up that the beer's getting warm. That's not a good sign. All right, but so I now have all four turtles, Splinter, a foot soldier, Bebop, Rocksteady. So I have a shredder ordered complete, almost complete. It is missing. I think something is missing. I had extras of anyways, so it's gonna be complete. It'll be complete whenever I make a video for it. But yeah, pretty excited about that. So only of the original 10 that I am missing now is April O'Neil, and I don't know. I'll probably pick that up sooner than later at this point. You know, this I think the orientation says that it's straight, but just look like everything. Whoa, hey, I kind of like that better actually. All right, Strange Dog. Hey, you're back on. Hey, so to be able to go horizontal, it wouldn't let me send out links for people to join using my phone. I know it has in the past, and I know it does a StreamYard, but I don't want to use StreamYard. So unfortunately, unless I use StreamYard, that's really like the only way I was going to be able to bring you into the chat. But hey, I'm thinking about it. I know that you got that you got that comic in the name. Leave me a couple of options for comic books titles that you like, so I can send you a couple of comic books. I think that's what I'm gonna do. I've got a lot of comics that I'd like to move, and if I can send them to you and them be in your collection, I would prefer that than selling stuff off. But yeah, everybody jumps in. Let's have some fun. Remember to hit the like button for me. Always appreciate that. Tomorrow going to a trade show. Ooh. Yeah, so I was actually going to well, it was garage sale weekend. So I did go garage sailing Friday. Didn't really find nothing that fit what I buy. I couldn't find any vintage toys. Yeah, I just really didn't see much of anything that I liked. And I probably went to a dozen garage sales. It's like community-wide garage sales, so there's like sales everywhere. But so today I was going to go to um oh really? Um I was gonna go to the flea market today. There's a sports card show at the flea market, so it it wasn't a bad morning. The weather was decent this morning, which in hindsight I'm kind of glad I didn't go because we did have like 2 hours of rain, and I probably would have been at the flea market when it started raining. But the card show is inside, so I would have been inside at the card show. But I could always find good stuff when I'm at the flea market out there. But there is a flea market tomorrow also. It's actually closer to me. They just started a few weeks ago for the season every Sunday. It's early though. It's like 6 a.m. to 1 p.m. It's kind of nuts. Um, Normally I get down there at like 9 o'clock, something like that. Like 8:30, 9 o'clock is typically when I end up getting down to that card show flea market. But I am planning to hit at least one flea market. So hopefully I can find a couple of toys I can bring home. But yeah, so I was talking about almost have all of the original 10 back is what they call it, the 10 back. Um Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles after church done at 10. Yeah. But yeah, so over the last few weeks here, I have picked up a couple of things. I've got that shredder on the way, so I can't wait for that. No, I'll show you guys this real quick. So I've got all these Funko Pop hard stacks laying around in like drawers or whatever. And I'm like, what am I gonna do with all these Funko hard stacks? Because I am out of the Funko game. So here's what I came up with. So they make like nice like acrylic cases to put like some of these turtles in. And these like you could have them like posed doing cool stuff, and I think they look really cool doing that. They display really nice because like pop hard stacks, obviously, I can display them like this. But I did order some clear acrylic stands to put in the detolves. So so it'll give me a couple more options. I actually bought some new lights for the detolves. I tried to put them in because these are only like 6 watt, soft white. I don't like the soft white. I like the daylight better. Did I get daylight? I did. But I've got to get in there and I've got to open up the hole that the socket goes into. I got to open that hole up just a little bit because these like hit the back glass. So I gotta open that up just a little bit to bring them lights forward some. Or maybe put a hole. I hate to put a hole, put a new hole in altogether. But anyway, so let's look at some of these turtles. So I actually screwed up and bought two Leonardos, um, and I already had one. So then I had three. So basically, I took the best one and put the best accessories with it. So I would have one really good, complete Leonardo. All right, and then I do have him on clear NECA stand. These NECA stands work great for the Playmates turtles. I mean, they hold on there pretty well. And these turtles are notorious for falling over. Got to take with me to trade show. But yeah, so the other harness, one of these little tabs that the his sword slide into was broken. Yeah, we've got all of Leo's accessories, including the always lost ninja stars. It's like the easiest thing that got lost with these was those ninja stars. Probably the first thing. Most people lost those in like the first week. Forgot to. Let's pull him back out. It's just easier to put the accessories on the stand. One thing I did do with these hard stacks, I put a dab of super glue in every corner just because these older style hard stacks were notorious for the bottoms falling off. So I did not want that to happen with vintage 40-year-old or whatever it is, 1990, 89, 90, no, these are 1988. So yeah, we're almost 40 years, we're like 2 years away from these being 40-year-old figures. And the other one that I picked up recently is Michelangelo. And that Mikey looks sick. He does have one good nunchuck, and the other one, unfortunately, which is very common with these 88 Playmates, that other one is snapped. But that won't be too hard to get another one. He's really, really clean too. So that's like I couldn't have asked for a better Michelangelo to represent or to be in this collection. What is on his neck stand? I think that was just a little tape residue from something. But yeah, so I need to order that. I need to order in April. I got a couple I think in my watch list. So I need to order some of them and then or one of them, get a good April, good representation, and I'll have the original 10 back all loose. There we go. We'll just kind of set them back there to chill. Or I can just hit that desk and knock stuff over. All right. So let me go back through. No, Ian was talking. One dude insisted on buying like my books, my comic books after church at 10. Met Shavo and Brian. Ooh, Shavo. Ooh, Shavo. Shavo Brian Cage. Nice. Short box and full box Funko. Take with me to trade show. Awesome. Yeah, I was looking at the local um for coming up here like later in the fall. Really so far there's no good people. I mean, I don't want to say good people. People that I am interested in. Like there's a lot of anime gonna be in the area this year. A couple of artists that I just it's not stuff that I read or anything. So um people that are great, but nothing that interests me to go and get signed coming up anytime soon. But Yeah, I got like, like the here actually I can turn. So there's the autographed comic wall. We'll see if I can remember. Silver Surfer is Ron Mars. That nom number one is Michael Golden. Might be easier. There we go. And the X-Men stuff is Chris Claremont. That Iron Fist is Tony Isabella. The Spider-Man is Dan Bagley. And the Flash is Mark Wade. So I wouldn't mind getting at least one more book signed, just make it an even number display. Okay, now I got mess around with the camera. Now nothing's displaying right. All right, wow, it's already been like 15 minutes. So cool. All right, but other than that, I really haven't been doing much. I haven't buying any sports cards like at all. That's kind of really why I wanted to go to the sports card show today in the flea market. It's kind of knocking out two things of one stone there. I could have walked around, looked for some vintage figures, some vintage video games. I could have went in, hit the card show for a little bit, come home for a couple new graded cards or a couple local, like Cleveland Guardians, something like that. I don't know why the way they've been losing between the Guardians and the Cavs, but yeah, we'll see. We'll see what the flea market tomorrow has in store. All right, yeah. So I bought these. These are a 40 watt. And what's currently back here, these D12s are sixes, and I really wasn't paying much attention when I bought them. I was like, ooh, a small bulb that'll be really won't see. Problem is, you can't see the light off of it either. So then I bought just a couple normal, because I think one of the bulbs and the overhead light is out. So I kind of want to get that replaced for like photography purposes. It's nice to have that overhead light, and those are daylights. And then with that, my ring lights, I can get. I don't know why my hat keeps going back. That my daylights or my ring lights, um, I can light it up pretty good for what I'm doing, figure photography or getting stuff ready for to be sold on eBay. So, who's gonna be at this trade show? You still there? Who is going to be at the trade show? Yeah, I got some stuff wrote down here. Like a lot of April comps were like 40. So we'll see how that goes. Yeah, let's see. This other idea stuff. So I hope if anybody pops in, we have 500 booth. Oh, you're gonna sell. You're going to sell at the show. Ah, awesome. Yeah, that'll be cool. Good luck with that. Yeah, hopefully you can make a couple bucks. So kind of like, because I can see like the TV. I do like. Let's see. I like that you can see the Hasbro stuff, especially on TV. It shows up really well. Hasbro stuff looks good. The row of Star Wars figures looks good. Other than Like it looks like the row stops. Whoa, 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 back there. Like up in that corner, the row stops, but that's because it's like right at the wall. There's not enough for one more finger or figure, and the door to the closet will actually hit that one that's up there. See, like it already. I guess you can't really see. Yeah, you can kind of see. So like the closet door hits it. Okay, I'd like to pick a couple more of these details up. Like two more, I think would be like keep the little rack in the middle, the little metal rack, because that kind of like I kind of fit in the middle of that. But there was another detail on each side, like four details. I know that goes up higher, but yeah, like I could get that. I could get that to where you could see like like more, especially if I get the right lighting in there. Like these will really light that up. Really nice. I've had puck lighting before. Puck lighting sucks. Too much too much to Monday half to dental back to ow. Yeah, that's never good. Never good. I have one that's where's that? I have one up here that broke that I never had the rest of it taken out of, and it gets like even like right now there's a little bit like I can tell my gum's a little tender right now. I need to get the rest of that removed out of there at some point, but it's like way back. Yeah, I got a doctor's appointment like 2 weeks. My annual wellness. Do some allergy testing, some food allergy stuff, get that updated. That'd be really nice. Be awesome. I'm only allergic to one part of the egg, but we don't know which. And that's from childhood. I've just never had nothing tested as an adult. So be nice if it's the yolk, I could have egg whites, and that'd be really good if I could start having egg whites for breakfast. Because right now I eat too much sugar every day. That's why I'm fat. And the more proteins you can have at breakfast, the better it helps you with snacking over the course of the day. If I have a protein shake in the morning, I don't snack near as much. So that's I'll take a protein shake. I think I did that in a live stream. Last live stream I had took a protein shake and some cold brew concentrate coffee over some ice and a shaker. Breakfast. Some caffeine, some protein. Call it a day. I just noticed that I can see the TV reflection in that case. Now that case, the light that's in there is too bright. I don't know what the wattage was. So it makes me worry. Should I've gotten 25s instead of these 40s? I guess I'll find out. They're only light bulbs. I can use them for other things. Well, these ones I can't because they are the smaller, what do they call that? Canda something. I got my glasses on. I still can't read it. These are actually dimmable, but there's no dimmers on the style of cord that I have or sockets that I have. Run into those details. Yeah, I've had LED strip lights. Hated those. Yeah, I just never been able to find a light that I like in there that lights it up. Is my problem with the strip lighting, like the peel and stick strip lighting. Like you get it in there wherever, so it tells you to cut at certain spots, and it won't affect anything. Like if like I think it's like every foot there's a spot where you can cut. Well, I did what it said to do, and I didn't have access to every color. Or if I tried to put like white, there'd be like the couple at the end right before the cut were green. Like it didn't work right. And I was, especially when you're spending like, they weren't like crappy like $5 strips. They were um, like because I wanted to make sure there was enough to fit to do the inside diameter or whatever, like the whole inside rectangle of the detail I wanted to get done. And so I wanted to make sure I had like long enough. I think I had like 12 footers or something like that. They were like 15 bucks a piece. And once I made the cut, then if I left them green, you never noticed. If there was any kind of a shade of green, you really couldn't notice unless you was like looking really close. But if I tried to go like red, blue, anything like that, clear, they'd either not work or they'd be green. So that really upset me. That I followed the manufacturer's recommendations and it wasn't right. All right, well, we're coming up on like a half an hour. Wow, half an hour already. I think it's starting to get dark out there. So I might stay on for a few more minutes and then I'm gonna go outside for a little bit. Um, hang out on the back patio. 8:57. Oh, come on. It's a nice night. It's like 60 something, just under 70 degrees. It's going to be 90 on Monday. 90 degrees in Ohio on Monday. I had my heat on a couple days ago because it was barely 60 degrees in here. Now it's going to be 90, just like that. Just pulling up on my laptop real quick. Uh, 66 degrees. Not bad. Yeah, I'll put on like a long sleeve tee. Wrestling show. Sorry, buddy, I wasn't paying attention. At wrestling show, I buy a Penta mask, $45. Dude, Penta is so over right now. Like, I don't know. Like his walk to the ring. A lot of people like that, but man, is he? I mean, him and Danhausen right now are like merchandise. Oh, let's see. Top nine Guardians are up 7-4 over the Cincinnati Reds. Um, good because we lost last night. I'm gonna check the box score on this little live Cleveland Guardians update, live from Progressive Field in Cleveland, Ohio. Manzardo's got a couple of hits. Angel Martinez had another home run, team leading eighth home run. Two RBIs, so somebody was on base when he did that. And let's wait a minute. There we go. There's the entire team stats. Sheenaman 0 for 3. Left 3 on base. Wow, that's very for Sheenman. That's Reese Hoskins has an sack RBI. Petey Halpin started tonight. 0 for 1 for strikeout. Must have walked a couple times. No, he didn't walk neither. That's weird. Okay, he came in for Sheenman. Jose, 2 for 4. And he walked. So Jose's been on base a bunch of times tonight. Chased a lot or no hits, but he did walk. Manzardo, 2 for 5 with a run scored. Travis Bazana, the rookie, 3 strikeouts for Bazana tonight. Ooh. Quan, 1 for 3 with 2 runs scored. Bazana, 2 for 4, 3 runs scored, 2 RBIs. Austin Hedges 0 for 2. Brian Rocchio 0 for 2, but he scored 2 runs. He walked once. I wonder if he got hit by a pitch. That's probably his other The other one where he reached base. If he scored 2 runs, he had to have, because he has no hits. All right. So there's my little Cleveland Guardians update for you guys. What else is going on in the land of the MLB? Mm-hmm. I'm sorry, buddy. I'm like Tulin NWA Women's Champ. All right. Let's go to ESPN and do the rest of the sports roundup. Did you watch Backlash last week? That was like the last event that I was going to be able to watch because I had bought I bought the app for WrestleMania, so I had it. Lance Archer, cool. Lance Archer. Oh, what was his name? Wasn't Lance or was what was his WWE name? Dillinger or something like that. Rogers to sign 1 year deal with Steelers. We kind of expected that. Rory Rallies climbs a little bit closer for the PGA Championship. Nice. Smalley is the leader at -6. MLB scoreboard. See, the Sox are beating the Cubbies. Little crosstown rivalry there. 8-1. Astros over the Rangers. 4-1. The Mets are beating the Yankees, so we got another. There's a lot of in-state stuff here. Rangers, Astros, that's in state. Yankees, Mets is in state. Red Sox, Braves, that's all old time rivalry. Brewers, Twins. Brewers are up 2-1. Red Sox over Braves 3-2. Padres beating the Mariners 5-2. What else is going on? MMA Live. Wait, Ronda Rousey is Ronda Rousey's gonna fight in UFC again? Wow. Results and analysts for Rousey versus Gina Carano. 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 Wow. Had no idea that Rowdy Ronda Rousey was coming back to fight MMA. This might be tonight. I'm on ESPN's website right now, so we are going to get the lowdown on this. We could have a Rousey fight tonight. Over a decade since we've had a Rousey fight. Yep, they make their Ronda Rousey, Gina Carano make their return to the stage Saturday in the first mixed martial arts event promoted by Jake Paul's Most Valuable Promotions brand. Okay. The pair will headline the fight card at the Intuit Dome in Inglewood, California. Let's see, Inglewood is it's on Netflix. Okay. The Intuit Dome is the isn't that the old Forum? The one in Inglewood. I think that's the old LA Forum. Rousey 39, the UFC's inaugural women's champ, bantamweight champ, has not fought since a knockout loss to Amanda Nunes in December 2016. Carreno 44, is making her first walk to the cage in nearly 17 years. In her last fight, she lost to Chris Cyborg by first round knockout in August 2009. Wow. Yeah, so this whole card is like the theme of return. So Nate Diaz, man, put on 4 ounce gloves for the first time in nearly 4 years against Mike Perry. Diaz's last fight was a win over Tony Ferguson in 22. Perry hasn't fought since 21. I don't know any of these guys. Francis Ngannou, something like that. Felipe Lyons. Junior Dos Santos is fighting tonight. So this is all on like Jake Paul's. So this isn't UFC, but man, that's a good card though. So that's gonna be on Netflix, huh? Man, I almost want to get Netflix just to watch Rousey fight, just because it's been 10 years. It's been 10 years since a Rousey fight. That's incredible. Good for her. I'm sure the payday was well worth it for her to come back and fight. I never thought that I'd see her fight um MMA outside of USC though. Yeah, that's kind of odd. I always thought like her and Dana White had that good relationship that that if she was to ever fight again, that she would go back to UFC. All right. Okay. Well, coming up like 40 minutes, so I think I'm gonna jump off of here and got a couple things to go do around the house yet. Like I said, I'm gonna go sit out in the patio for a little bit, enjoy the evening. Almost 70 degrees outside, so it's a nice, pleasant evening out there. And yeah, need to do this more often. Need to do some more live streaming. But hey, thanks for everybody that stopped in. I really appreciate that. Almost forgot I had my glasses on. All right, you guys. So if you haven't left a big thumbs up, please remember to leave me a big thumbs up. I always appreciate that. And if you're new to the channel, consider subscribing. Follow everybody that was here in the chat. Most of you guys are. I know there's somebody else popped in at one point, but most of you guys that are moderators, you guys know that you can like share your links and follow each other, all that good stuff. But anyways, again, thanks for stopping in, and I'll see everybody next time.